All right, we are back with another Brewski Bets banger, and we are here to recap UFC Vegas 118 Bilal Muhammad versus Bonfim. It went excellent for me. Bonfim looked great in there. He pieced Bilal up for 5 rounds. Bilal couldn't impose any part of his game. He couldn't get in on the grappling. He couldn't body him up in any way. He couldn't do anything on the feet. He was unable to impose any part of his game and lost every single round of the fight. Bonfim looks like the real deal. He's moving up the ranks. Bilal's moving down and is living up to the welterweight post-champion curse that seems to be in play for a lot of welterweight champions. So what I want to do in this one is I want to first go over all of my picks on the night, kind of recap what I ended up record wise with those, and then I want to talk about some of the fights and just give a little bit of my insight on some of the fighters going forward. And finally, I want to go over my bets on the night and recap the Brewski Bets tracker on the spreadsheet. So first, I just want to go through the fights and calculate my picks on the night and where my record was. So first one, Ketlin Souza versus Ariane Carnelozzi. I picked Ketlin Souza. Next one, Gisela Chavez versus Eunice Dubin. I picked Gisela Chavez. Third one, Brito versus Levitt. I picked Brito. Fourth one, Chandler versus Cachoeira. I picked Chandler. And this is where I got my first loss on the night on the next one here. Edgar Shirez versus Bruno Silva. I did pick Bruno Silva. This was my most split fight of the card, though. I really struggled with this one. It was right down the center for me. Started leaning a little bit towards Bruno at the end of the week. It was the wrong choice. Next one, Marcus McGee versus John Yanis. I picked Marcus McGee. Alessandro Costa versus Matt Schnell. I picked Alessandro Costa. Iwo versus Junior Tafa. I picked Iwo. Bryce Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. This was loss number 2 for me on the night. I picked Santiago Luna. I believed in the prospect, believed in the kid. Thought he might have had the wrestling to deal with Bryce Mitchell, but he didn't have the fight IQ, is what I saw in there. He went in round 1. Bryce Mitchell went in on that first takedown. He stuffed it. He looked good. He reversed the grapple. He got the right positioning. And I went, okay, Santiago, break off and start piecing him up. And he tried to throw him. He goes and he tries to throw Bryce Mitchell. He ends up on bottom. It changed the entire trajectory of the fight, and from then on, Santiago Luna was on the bottom and right in Bryce Mitchell's game, where he eventually finished him right at the end of the fight in a arm triangle choke. So there was pick number 2 loss on the night, and that one was actually a bet for me as well. So I lost some money on Santiago Luna tonight. Next one, Tom Nolan versus Faraz Ziam. Fuck you, Faraz Ziam. There's loss number 3 on the night. He did not get it done for me. He's on the no bet list, and the entire country of France might be on the no bet list. Then we went Brendan Allen versus Edmund Shabazian. We picked Brendan Allen and finished it up with Gabriel Bonfim versus Bilal Muhammad, where we picked Gabriel Bonfim. So when you calculate that out, we went 9-3 on the night. Pretty good on the picks. I was happy with the picks. Could have been 10-2 if it wasn't for us. All the other ones, I accept my losses. Santiago was a bad read, and Bruno Silva was a bad read. But for us, it was a bad read now. But I don't think most anyone saw that one coming. I believe everyone was feeling Faraz this week. It was very leaned in his way in this fight. Let me see what. Let me see. Yeah, 91% of the picks towards Faraz. Can't believe you, buddy. So otherwise, a couple of fighters I just wanted to touch on. Joe Anderson, you looked great in there. He looked levels above Jordan Levitt, and I was happy with how I ended up settling on that pick, because at the beginning of the week I was very 50-50 on this fight, and as time went on, I got more and more confident in Brito as I watched more footage and just saw the different levels of MMA that I thought Brito was going to be able to bring, which he showed that he was. Ketlin Souza, beautiful head kick, looked great. Gisela, I don't know if Gisela or Dubin really deserved to be in the UFC, but I guess more to see from Gisela to truly make that decision. She didn't look terrible in there. She looked faster than Dubin, at least. It definitely looked like she has a lot to learn too at the same time. Chelsea, thanks for that submission. You made me some money. But you looked terrible on the feet, and that was really scary at the beginning of the fight. I was sitting here watching the fight. Chelsea, because she's just Priscilla's winging these huge shots, and she's looking just terrible on the feet. I don't know what she was doing up there. Whatever the Chelsea Chandler fight stance is, that's absolutely awful, and she's gonna get knocked out any day that she's not able to take her opponent down. So scary bet, but man, as soon as she got it down, it looked exactly how I thought it was gonna look. Bruno, you couldn't hold up to Edgar. Edgar, your jab looked really good. Your boxing looked really good. I think the Mexico City might have skewed my belief in your fighting ability more than I should have. Marcus McGee, John Giannis, no real big notes on this one except that John Giannis looks like he's a capable fighter and worth another look in a future fight. Marcus McGee, he looks like like he was obviously levels up in terms of MMA skill, but didn't really do much grappling. He just kept it on the feet the entire time, pointing it out. Alessandro Costa versus Matt Schnell. Round one knockout, Matt Schnell. I think he finally decided to fully retire this time, so good for him. Glad he came in for one more to get knocked out one more time. And Alessandro Costa, I love him as a fighter. I enjoy his fights. I think he's pretty good all in all. He's probably going to struggle against the higher echelon of competition, but looked pretty good in this one, obviously. Iwo, I love you, buddy. Excellent leg kick. Way to take down Junior. He didn't need to do the submission like everyone thought he was. Everyone was saying, grapple, 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 Iwo, and he said, leg kick. It's over. All right. And down goes Junior Toffa. Bryce Mitchell, Santiago Luna. Bryce, I got to get over. I have a wee bit of a bias against you, and I get that, and I got to stop that, and I'll work on it. I don't think your fight style is very fun, man, and it's laying on people a lot. But you got the finish in this one at the end. Santiago, work on that fight IQ, buddy. Your wrestling was there. You had the stop up right at the beginning of the fight. You had the ability to break that grappling and take a whole lot of heart away from him if you just had gotten the advantage in that position, broken away, and then started piecing him up on the feet, impose some of your game. But no, you tried to play his game where you got the advantage in the grappling and then went to throw Bryce Mitchell. He ended up on bottom, and from then he started getting confidence, and you started getting tired. Braziam, I'm not going to comment on you anymore. Brendan Allen, thanks for winning me lots of money, and it was a very scary bet I placed that I should not have, and we'll talk about that soon. Gabriel Bonfim, you're looking excellent, buddy. I'd love to see you in a fight against like a Michael Morales or something in the future. So there's my quick recap of the fights as well, and the fighters, and who was giving me warm, fuzzy feelings, and who was pissing me off. Faraz. Now let's go over the bets. All right, we are back here at the BrewskiBets tracker. We are looking at the green highlighted section today for Vegas UFC 118. And pretty much what it's looking like here is you can kind of see the green highlighted section up here. These are the bets that I've placed before the night of the card. And then all of these are the ones I placed the night of the card. I like to limit these as much as I can, but I was having a lot of fun, and technically they made me money tonight. But it cannot continue the way it did, and we've got to go over a bet that I should never make again that did end up working out for me, but goes against every single rule that any bettor has ever made, and I should not be doing that sort of bet. So let's talk about them real quick. First one on the night, Marcus McGee, Iwo, Brendan Allen, Moneyline Parlay. I put $30 on that one at a plus 135 odds, and we hit that one. So we made some good profit. Excellent profit. $40 profit on that one, right? Followed it up with, and these are the order in which I placed all of these. So I had some great hits on my first three bets of the night. So the next one on the card was Jaisla Chavez Souza and a Chelsea Chandler money line parlay. Chandler apparently, but a Chandler money line parlay. I put $15 at that at plus 212, and that was another hit for me. And then my third bet that I placed was Gabriel Bonfim money line versus Bilal. I put $15 at that at plus 102, and that one hit for me. And then we started racking up the losses after that. So Santiago Luna money line versus Bryce Mitchell. I'm putting in parentheses all my feelings on this. I had a bias versus Bryce Mitchell, and I thought Santiago Luna is a good prospect. I still think he is, but I still think he needs to work on that fight IQ. Down $15 there. Parlay I should have hit on the night that I had the right reads on, but for Ziam, Alessandro Costa, Brito moneyline parlay. Fuck you, Ziam. France on no bet list. $30 on that. We lost that. Sousa, Bruno Silva moneyline parlay. I just wanted to get some money in on the Bruno fight, and this is the fight of the bet of the night that I should have just avoided. I had no strong feelings one way or another on Bruno Silva versus Edgar Chairez. I was leaning very mildly towards Bruno Silva, and I just wanted to have skin in the game, so we put something on it, right? We knew Souza was going to win, and we money lined it to get a little plus money. We put $10 on Bruno Silva, but we kept it at 10. So I'm at least happy we kept the amount down, right? But that ended up a loss because he looked unable to compete with Edgar Chairez in there. The next bet is when the card had started on Saturday. So this is when I started to try and have my Mystic Mike bets. And they didn't work out very well, all in all, mostly. So first one, Sousa by sub. She knocked her out. Next one, Dubin round 1 KO. It went to decision. Dubin round 2 KO. This is my notes on that. Neither is very good, but Jay's Love versus Bad Competition did do pretty well, all in all. Then next, Brito by any KO sub. That one hit for me. That was $2.50 on that at plus 150. That won me a very mild amount of money. I should have put more money on Brito to finish the fight. Chelsea Chandler by sub was the next one. I put another $250 on that at plus 550. That one hit for me as well and got me back a little bit of the funds that I lost making all of these next bad calls here, which are Chelsea Chandler 2 plus takedowns. She needed 1, and then she finished the fight. McGee sub round 1 and 2, and Giannis by KO round 1 and 2. Neither of those hit because the fight went to decision. Kept all of the amounts on these pretty small though. $1, $2.50, really tiny amounts because we're not trying to put a whole bunch of bankroll into those, right? Alessandro Costa by sub, missed on that one. Faraz Ziam by finish, again, fuck you. That's 5 on that one, so sadly I lost a little extra on Faraz, but that's how confident I was in the moment. I really felt like he was going to win that fight. He did not. Ziam sub, round 1, round 2, lost a little extra on that. This is the scary bet of the night. This is the one I shouldn't have made, and this is the one that makes no sense in regards to betting rules, and yeah, you can see the number if you're looking. I shouldn't have won, okay? I fully should have lost all of my money on this, and I deserved the terrible feelings. I'm a degenerate, and I know it, and I regret this bet, okay? Brendan Allen moneyline versus Edmund Shabazi, and I put $71.95 on it at minus 185, and I did win the bet. I took $38.89 out of that on that win. But Brendan Allen, he scared the shit out of me in there, okay? His fight IQ, that guy's fight IQ is crap. All he needed to do was grapple his way to the victory. Take the man down, impose your will, impose your game, the side that you 100% know have huge advantages over him. And he stood with him the entire time so that I had to sit in my chair and be like, Brendan, please do something else, while he continued to do the same thing. We're not making that bet again. And Brendan Allen's fight IQ is not very trustworthy. Gabriel Bonfim money line versus Bilal. We put extra on that in the moment. A little bit less of the initial plus money we got, but at plus 100, we put an extra unit on that and came out as winners. Bonfim by finish, Bonfim round 1, Bonfim round 2 sub. All were misses as the fight went to decision. But I still feel good in the Bonfim by finish bet. It's just Bilal is made of rock. He's made of steel. I was actually leaning that finish to be more so by sub, but neither one hit. It's okay. He looked excellent in there, and I was very happy with how it turned out either way. So there it is. There's the recap of the bets on the night. But there it is, guys. We are making money. We're here. We're not going anywhere. The bet strategy is not perfect and a little bit volatile. You know, definitely some chance for screwing things up with the way I've been betting. We're going to try and change that up. We're going to try and develop, learn, and get better. That's what we're doing every day here. That's why we have this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, where it's UFC Freedom 250, and I am super excited to break that one down.